way Symphonique's appearance has changed over the years really dives into a deep issue that I will never stop talking about, and that is colorism. And this is the issue with colorism, is that the darker you are and your darker complexion is not worthy. It is incorrect. It's something that needs to be altered. And although Symphonique is a lighter complexion woman, at least she was beforehand, now she's completely a different complexion, she still got seeped into the colorism trap because within the Asian community, she would be considered too dark.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Makaya. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black.
Yo, Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
And today I am bringing you all another video diving into Symphonique Miller's sudden change within appearance. Now, I've been chronically online for a minute. I backed away from Instagram, but around that time when she first popped out with her new look, and as soon as I seen it, I knew it was colorism happening firsthand. I think we only think that like people can be affected by colorism when you're on the darker spectrum, but no, colorism can also affect people who are also on the lighter spectrum, as we can see with Symphonique Miller. She's a very cute girl. She didn't need to alter herself, but she's dealing with not only colorism from her black side, but also, I looked it up, she's Filipino, and we know colorism is an issue that not only affects the black community, it affects the Asian community, it affects the Hispanic community, and the list goes on.
Yes, this is true. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. Anti-blackness and colorism is prevalent within the Filipino community, and people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to address it because it makes them uncomfortable. But they also want to say that's not true because Filipinos love black people. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between loving black people versus loving black culture, and Filipinos love black culture. All right, turn on TFC right now. They're probably doing a cover of I Want to Know by Joe or My Heart Belongs to You by Jodeci, and they do this all while upholding white supremacy. Now, this conversation requires nuance, okay? Because if you're going to come at this with, don't generalize this, we're not all like this, you don't have the bandwidth, okay? Expand that pea brain of yours and stop looking from only a personal lens of what you've only physically seen. This is about looking at our culture and our community through the lens of how colonialism has affected how we view ourselves and why we seek external validation from white people and East Asians, right? If this racism really didn't exist, I could have a conversation with a half-black, half-Filipino person about their experiences within the Filipino community, and it should be damn near identical to the conversation that I have with the half-white, half-Filipino person about their experience within the community. And guess what? It's not going to be identical at all. It's going to be drastically different. And when those members of our community, the half-black, half-Filipino people, want to speak up about it, people shut them down immediately. They're like, oh, no, that's not true, but... So the people that we should be listening to, y'all don't want to hear them out? Okay, right? These are conversations about holding accountability within our community. And people don't want to do that.
Let's talk about colorism. So I am a Cambodian American, and believe it or not, y'all, there is colorism in every single culture, okay? In Cambodia, if you are dark-skinned, which I am considered dark-skinned in my culture, that means that, you know, you're fairly poor. And if you're light-skinned, which has always been the beauty standards, means you got money because you don't have to go outside to work in the hot sun. And if you're light-skinned, that means you got money, and that's just what it is, and that's how it's always been grown up.
So she's dealing with a two-edged sword, at which probably pushed her to making this decision when it comes to brightening her skin, as they like to say, or as I like to say, is simple and plain, bleaching her skin.
When you talk about TikTok and these young girls and bleaching is just transforming its presentation. Like if you close your eyes and think of the ways that Asians have stereotypically been portrayed in the media, for example. They tend to have a little bit more color, yeah? When you look at K-beauty, K-pop, K-whatever, we're coming back to this pale white.
Yeah.
We're seeing folks wearing lighter hair than we presume folks who are of Asian descent, right, to have. And so when you get to TikTok, and I think this is another point that needs to be made, we can all be agents of white supremacy. We can all be agents of colorism, whether we're conscious of it or not. So for those of us who are looking, what is the word that we're using in K-beauty?
Glass skin, the glow.
Glass skin and the glow.
Yeah.
So many of these acids that are being used and all of these serums that are being used, we say it's for even skin tone, but we're not evening it towards the dark part of our skin. We're evening it to be lighter. We might not call it bleaching. And I won't even say, oh, okay, beauty is bleaching necessarily. But I am saying that this value that we put on lighter skin, it takes many forms.
But before I dive deeper into my thoughts and perspectives on the matter, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey, and if you're a returner, I'm so thankful and appreciative for the love. We are on the road to 4K, so please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do a little bit of everything around here. I do more nerdy topics, I do nostalgic topics, and I do more conscious topics. Plus, I dibble and dabble within vlogs, so we do a little bit of everything around here. I'm your girl. Hit that subscribe button. And if you get the chance, please check out my social media platforms down within the description box and on the screen, where I display my passion for fashion along with other interests that I have. So let's dive back into the video. Now listen, I grew up with Symphonique, okay? I loved her. Yeah, I think I'm all that. You know I'm all that. If you think you all that, tell them that you all that. And even when she was in her girl group, Fabulous Girls, you give me butterflies. You make me feel like I can fly. Then How to Rock, only you can be you. So she was just so iconic. I loved her. I love when she got the opportunity to have her own show. That's another story. I feel like How to Rock should have lasted longer than it did. It only had one season. I liked it more than Victorious. That's an unpopular opinion, but I feel like it deserved more. But anyways, everything happens for a reason. So she was a deep part of my childhood, and I always loved to see her on the screen because she really was talented. Although she was a nepo baby, she still was very talented. You can't take her talent away. Her brother being Romeo Miller, and of course her father being Master P. And when you think about it, right, Symphonique was already lighter complexion. She already fit into a lot of society's beauty standards. So it shows that no one is above the program. We all can feed into like these ignorant thought processes when it comes to colorism. I think also because she has ties and lineage within the Asian community, she's dealing with a lot of different issues there, because we know that within the Asian community specifically, skin brightening, as they like to say, skin whitening, however they want to word it, to me is simple and plain bleaching. They're just trying to change the phrase for it, and even a lot of people in the US participate in it. It's altering your skin complexion. I love how people are like, oh, I'm evening my skin complexion. No, you're not just evening your skin complexion, you're completely altering your skin complexion, period. I don't care what no one says when it comes to that. That's skin bleaching 101. They just cover it up as all this different kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to balance out your skin tone, but it shouldn't make you have a completely different skin complexion. And that's another day for another story there. But we know within the Asian community, skin bleaching is so heavy, it's so popular. I love K-dramas, and through my K-dramas, I can see that a lot of these people are altering their skin to make it closer to whiteness. As I'm reflecting, it's not even whiteness, it's deeper than that. It's like pale, vampire-ish skin. Like a lot of white people don't even have this complexion. It's like its own sector.
You also can't forget about our whitening creams that completely bleach your skin with the promise of miracle glowing results, done at the comfort of your own home. So we are doing an entire paint job on our body now until we look like a celestial being. Creams are much safer, guys. I mean, it's just something you apply to your skin, so no needles, no IV drips, right? None of that. It's completely done without side effects. Until you realize many of these creams have mercury in it. Yeah, mercury, as in toxic heavy metals, and excessive amounts of it. And why? Because it completely stops melanin production and instantly makes you lighter. And looking at the instant side effects that start showing, I mean, you see patch marks on your skin, you start to get these crazy allergic reactions, all due to the mercury. And this one Chinese media report actually found 55 batches of whitening creams that had excessive mercury levels. I mean, one of them exceeded the limit by 6,399 times.
And this is the issue with colorism, is that the darker you are and your darker complexion is not worthy. It is incorrect. It's something that needs to be altered. And although Symphonique is a lighter complexion woman, at least she was beforehand, now she's completely a different complexion, she still got seeped into the colorism trap because within the Asian community, she would be considered too dark. Colorism runs so deep, and it's a worldwide issue that we have going on when it comes to colorism, because it affects every community. That's why I think that talking about this kind of stuff is important, because no skin complexion is better than the next. We all have beautiful skin. We've all been created wonderfully, and that's why we need to piece back this onion and make people realize that your skin complexion is fine. It does not need to be altered. And I wish that Symphonique felt that love for how she looked and didn't feel the need to alter it. I don't know what's going on with her mentally. I don't even know what maybe different things that she's faced within the industry. However, seeing this years ago was disheartening to see, because for me it was like, that's not the Symphonique I know. But you can tell with how she looks, she's aligning closer with the Asian beauty standards, specifically like with the popularity of bleaching your skin. If you look at campaigns and different things like that within the Asian community, this is the propaganda that they push to their community. It really is. It's the propaganda that they push. And it's sad that she fell into this propaganda. And for anyone saying that she did not alter her skin complexion, you are living in delusion. If you look at this woman and if you look at this woman, these are two different people. Oh, I started thinking about her song with Jacob Lattimore. Oh, I say I gotta have you, babe. You stay on my mind all the time. See, she was a strong part of my childhood, okay? Especially my YouTube days. I used to be chronically on YouTube all the time. I'm still on YouTube, but back then, during my summer breaks when I would be out of school, I would be on YouTube all day watching music videos, interviews, the whole 9 yard, okay? So, sorry, I'm random, y'all, but that song popped up in my head because I love that song with her and Jacob Lattimore. But she was just iconic. She did not need to change or alter herself. Who knows? She probably got other plastic surgery, because we all have insecurities. We all have different things that we may not like about ourselves and all of that. But it's easier said than done. But that's why it's important for us to embrace our flaws, because we all have flaws. There's even flaws that we have that others may not see, but we see it because we tend to be a lot harder on ourselves. We tend to be, at least I know I am. So a lot of times you'll see certain things or you'll feel certain things like, oh, I don't look that nice today. And then somebody will be like, oh, you look really nice. And then you'll be like, oh, I don't really feel like I look that nice today, or da 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 da. Like, we're always finding something to nitpick. That's why I think we should be very careful when it comes to altering ourselves drastically, whether that's with plastic surgery. It's easy to get addicted to that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, I see this, now I want to change this. I see this, now I want to change this. I see this, now I want to change this. And it's a never-ending cycle, and you become addicted to consistently altering yourself, because at the end of the day, we're never going to be perfect beings, which I am doing a video on. I don't know if that video will be up before this one, but we're never going to be perfect. And as long as we keep trying to be perfect, we're just going to keep sinking into a dark hole. So I think Symphonique is talented. It's very unfortunate that she did bleach her skin. However, I do pray that she doesn't keep putting that treatment on her skin, because a lot of people don't realize that you have to keep up with that as well. There's ways to reverse it. There is ways. I've seen it like with people doing it on TikTok and on YouTube, and I love to see people finally running away from that ignorant standards of colorism and making people feel like they need to bleach your skin, because you don't need to bleach your skin. You don't need to alter it. You're fearfully and wonderfully made, and you don't need to alter it, okay? So I'm interested to know you all's thoughts and perspectives on the matter. Did you grow up with Symphonique the way I did? Did you know this occurred? What are your thoughts on the skin bleaching industry? What are your thoughts on colorism? Spill it all down within the comment section. However, we must be respectful down within the comment section. And I want you all to remember that you are loved by the God who created the universe. He made you for such a special purpose. There's no mistake as to why you've been placed here on this earth. There's no mistake as to how you look. So love and embrace the way the Lord has made you. And I can't wait to check you all out in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.